Good morning. Well, today is the 20th, and it's another early morning. The sun's just starting to peek out. I've really enjoyed hiking these times of the day, and it's been this morning's been really nice because I'm in the middle of this forest, this pine forest, and all the birds are waking up. I don't know if you can hear their calls. But it was sort of neat. I was walking just a few minutes ago, and I could hear, probably 10 different birds calling to each other. So that was neat. So let's see, today, plan is about 20 miles. And I get to see a couple of dams and a reservoir, and I have to cross over at some point. So that'll be interesting. Other than that, I didn't see anything really exciting on the map. There'll be some lakes, I suppose, and other things. But just a lot of miles to get through. It is cold. When I woke up, it was 38 degrees. So I actually got gloves on too for this cold start of the morning. But it should warm up nicely again like it did yesterday. No clouds in the sky, so it should be very clear. And it'll warm up. All right, well, like usual, if I see anything interesting, I'll try and grab a picture or some video, and I'll see you all in a bit. A cardinal singing. This is the Rodman Reservoir. Pretty quiet right now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't tell for sure. The light isn't good and it's a little bit far away. But I think that's an eagle nesting on a stilt right in the middle of the reservoir. His profile looks like an eagle, but I just can't tell for sure. Bit of a road walk along the edge of the reservoir. There's the reservoir. Beautiful day right now. Sun shining. Cool weather. Can't beat it. So here's the dam. Here's the reservoir. And there's lots of people fishing on the edge of the dam. There's a couple of small docks on either side that you can do some more fishing from. Lots of vultures. Gosh, I wonder why there's lots of vultures here. Oh, there's plenty. Oh, they're up in that tree. They're roosting up in that tree.
So I've been following this canal for, seems like an hour and a half. And I had to input a code to get through a gate. Now I'm crossing over a metal bridge. It says this is a manatee area, but I don't see any in the water. I thought that was kind of neat, but I had to access sort of a restricted area. Always something new. Well, it's been dry for the past, well, pretty much since I got on the trail. It's been a dry trail. And now I'm in the middle of what appears to be a cypress swamp. Yeah, there's water on either side, and I just know in a little bit I'm gonna have to deal with some mud. Oh well, it was nice while it lasted, but these next few miles are not going to be fun. That's how it is. I don't think it's going to be as bad as what I dealt with a few weeks ago, but we'll have to see. Well, I made it through the swamp, not unscathed, but I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's where I was, and there's nobody on that side, and there's power lines to either side of the trail, and that's the trail ahead of me, and there's nobody there either. I'm still surprised. You know, I haven't seen another hiker today. No, that's like I said, it's just surprising. I figured I'd see lots of people on the trail. Oh well, keep going. I think it's across this road. Not too bad. So I'm on Hoffman's Crossing right now, which is a boardwalk that's been built over basically a swamp, which is very nice. Means I don't have to wade through this. That would be very unfortunate. It's fairly narrow. It's what, two 2x4s wide, and there is a rail on the one side. And so far it's been pretty steady. You know, I'm not a light person. This is pretty cool. This is much longer than I was expecting it to be. It's a little bit higher now. Looks like there's a step. Oh, there's a little broken area here. All right, I'm going to turn the video off so I can navigate this. Well, that was fun. Yeah, a pretty big tree had fallen down, and broken that one spot. There's I don't know, some sort of a metal screening that's on top of the boards to give you a little bit more traction. Yeah, that wood would be very slippery after a rain. It just keeps going. Alright, well, I'm going to turn off the video so I can pay better attention. If I see anything else really interesting along here, I'll get it back on.
There was a bench in the middle of the boardwalk.
Well, made it to my site for the night. It's called the Rice Creek Hilton, somewhere in this forest. Looks like there's another camper there, so I'm going to be quiet. All right, well, I made it to my site. It wasn't the first site I had picked out. When I got to that first site, it didn't look very good. So I pushed on an extra 3 miles to this site, and it's much nicer. I'm not going to actually stay in that structure. There's another hiker here, and I didn't want to bother her since I tend to be an early riser. So I set up right outside. It's a pretty nice site. There's a pump, a well pump, very irony, yeah. So her name, the other hiker's name is Cheesecake. So I ran into a blueberry and a cheesecake on the trail today, or over this week. All right, so since I did extra today, that means that tomorrow I have less. I'm looking at about 17 miles tomorrow, which will get me to Flora home, and that was my goal. So I did a little bit extra work today, but that should make tomorrow a little bit easier. Another reason I pushed forward is I knew that boardwalk was coming up, and I didn't really want to have to navigate that in the morning. Even if I waited until the sun was starting to come up, I didn't want to have to deal with that when it was still partially dark in there. It was dark in there even with full light, so I didn't really want to deal with that. So I pushed forward and I made it here. Nice site, and that'll give me a shorter day tomorrow. So the plan for tomorrow is, and I guess right now I'm somewhat west of Palatka. If you want to look it up, I'm at the Rice Creek. The Rice Creek shelter is right here where I am. So the plan is tomorrow to, continue moving north and west, away from Palatka. I'm going to go through the Etonia forest, and then that'll get me to Flora home. So it should be a pretty easy day compared to today, and then I'll be done. I'll have my 100-mile hike in. All right. Well, it's about, I don't know, what time is it? It's about 6:30. So I'm gonna finish getting prepped and get changed and take care of my teeth and try and get some shut eye. If you stuck through to the end of the video, as always, I appreciate it, and I hope to see you again tomorrow on the trail.